Good evening, guys. In the last class, we have seen how to sort the collections. Okay, to sort the collections, we are having two options. One is comparable interface, another one is comparator interface. If you want to sort with only one sorting value or one parameter, then you can go for a concept called comparable. Comparable is one interface which is available in java.lang package. It is having compare to method, right? So if you want to use that comparable, then the class, the object which you want to sort, that class should implement comparable interface, as it supports only one way of one parameter is used for sorting. If you want to sort based on multiple parameters, then it's better to go for comparator. Comparator is a predefined interface available in java.util package. This comparator interface is having compare method, object obj1, object obj2. It is going to take as parameters and it is going to return those values. Perfect. Next one. Today we are going to talk about fail fast, and fail safe collections. Today we are going to talk about fail fast and fail safe collections. So the collections are going to give you some exception like concurrent modification exception. So what is a fail fast collection and what is a fail safe collection? Let us try to understand. Now I'm going to take one simple class where we are going to create our program logic we are going to create here. Now here I'm taking one simple Java class. I'm taking a class with a name called ArrayList AL is equal to new ArrayList. ArrayList AL is equal to new ArrayList. I'm creating one class. In this class, I'm taking integer as a generic type. AL dot add of, I'm adding some objects. AL dot add of 100 and AL dot add of 200. AL dot add of 300, AL dot add of some 400. Like this, I am trying to add some records into collection. These are called as some objects. I'm adding some objects to the collection. Okay, I want to print these objects. For integer I colon AL system dot out dot println of I. Out dot println of I. It is used to print the data. The data is printing on the console. 100, 200, 300, 400. The records are printing on the console. Now here my collection object is created. For that collection object, I'm storing some data. AL.add of 100, AL.add of 200, AL.add of 300, AL.add of 400, and int I colon AL. So I'm trying to iterate this array list and I'm getting that data. I'm printing the data on the console. So whenever I'm trying to print the data, I'm trying to add if I equal to 100, then I want to do AL dot add of 150. When I value is 100, I'm trying to iterate the collection. When the I value is 100, I'm trying to add one new object to the collection. Can you guys see this logic? Earlier, I don't have this if condition. Earlier, I'm having only for each loop. In that for each loop, I'm getting the data from the collection and I'm printing the collection data on the console. When I'm just trying to get the data and print the data, there is no problem. The data is printed. For example, I want to insert a new record. If I value is 100, I want to insert one more record to the collection al.add of 150. So let's run this program. When I run this program, can you see I is printed? After printing the I, then what happened? Concurrent modification exception occurred. So that means when I'm trying to traverse the collection, if I modify the collection data, I'm getting a exception called concurrent modification exception. So if you modify the internal data of a collection, then it will give you exception. The collections which will give exceptions like this, those collections are called as fail fast collections. Okay guys, when I'm trying to traverse the collection, and if I value is equal to 100, then I'm trying to add one new data. You can add the data or you can remove the data. So here it is not allowing you to modify the internal data structure while traversing. It is not allowing you to modify the data structure while traversing the collection. It is giving the exception. So such a kind of collections are called as fail fast collections. Are you guys able to understand what is a fail fast collection? Array list is a fail fast collection or array list is a fail safe collection? Guys, array list is a fail fast collection or array list is a fail safe collection? Come on guys. Collections are two types. Collections are divided into two types. Collections are divided into two types. First one is fail fast collection and the second one is fail safe collection. First one is fail fast collection and fail safe collection. Okay guys. Tell me, what is a fail fast collection? What is a fail safe collection? If a collection is throwing the error immediately when the data structure is modified, then that collection is called as a fail fast collection. Fail fast collections will throw error immediately, immediately when we modify data, when we modify collection object, when we modify collection object while traversing the collection. Example, array list is one example for fail fast. Linked list is one example for fail fast. Vector, hash set, etc. Hash set, linked hash set, etc. These all collections comes under fail fast collections only. Fail fast collections will throw error immediately when we modify collection object while traversing the collection, like array list, linked list, vector, hash set, linked hash set. Fail safe collections will not throw the error when we modify the collection object. Fail safe collections will not throw any error, even if we modify collection object, data, like add or remove. If you do any other operation on that, it is not going to modify. One of the example for that is copy on write array list. Copy and write array list, there is a class available which supports that, copy and write array list class is available. Copy and write array list, and here there is a another collection is available which is a concurrent hash map, etc. So these are called as fail safe collections. Fail safe collections will not throw any error even if we modify collection object data. Either if we add the object or if you remove the object from the existing collection, these collections are not going to throw any error. The example is copy and write array list and a concurrent hash map. Suppose if you go for normal collections, so if you want to just traverse the data, that is fine. I'm creating an array list object, I'm adding some objects here, my traversal is started. Whenever you try to traverse the collection, if you just to traverse and get the data, no problem, but don't try to modify the data. If you try to add a new object or if you try to remove a new object for the collection while traversing, it is going to fail and it is going to throw you concurrent modification exception. So to overcome this problem, we will go for a concept called fail-safe collection. When I'm traversing the collection, when I'm retrieving the data from the collection, sometimes I want to add the new data, sometimes I want to delete the existing data. In that scenario, we will go for a concept called copy and write array list. Let me create one new class. I'm taking it as a demo one. In this demo one class, I'm taking a main method. In this main method, I'm writing copy and write array list. Integer al is equal to new copy and write array list. Okay, this is a concurrent collection. That means we can modify that also. Al dot add of 100, al dot add of 100, al dot add of 200, al dot add of 300, al dot add of 400, like this. Now let me traverse the collection. Integer I colon al. Okay, system dot out dot println of I. Now let me run the program. Yes, my program is executing. I'm able to traverse the data. Now, while traversing the data, I want to modify. If I is equal to 100, if I value is equal to 100, then I want to do that al dot add of 150. While traversing the data, I'm trying to add one record. While traversing the data, I want to add one record. Now, see here, I'm able to traverse. This collection is not failing because this collection is a fail-safe collection. This collection is a fail-safe collection, and this collection is a fail-fast collection. Fail-safe collection and fail-fast collection. Collections are divided into two types. One is fail-fast collections, and the second one is fail-safe collections. Fail-fast collections will throw error immediately when we modify collection object while traversing the collection. Fail-safe collections will not throw any error even if we modify collection object data while traversing. Okay, here you need to decide which collection we need to use. All right, now here, if your operations are frequently modifying the data, I'm going to take a collection of objects. So while I'm traversing the data, based on some conditions, I want to add the new record. Based on some conditions, I need to delete the existing records. Then you need to go for fail-safe collections. Okay, fail-fast collections will throw concurrent modification exception. Fail-fast collections will throw concurrent modification exception. Concurrent modification exception when collection data is modified. Fail-fast collections will throw error immediately when we modify the collection object while traversing the collection. Array list, linked list, vector, hash set, linked hash set. These are some examples for fail-fast collections. My requirement is while traversing the collection, I may want to change some data. I want to insert some data. I want to delete some data. I want to do some modifications on the collections. Then we will go for fail-safe collections. Copy and write array list is one of the fail-safe collections. See, in the demo class, I'm creating array list object. I'm adding some records. I'm traversing that. While traversing, I'm adding a new object to the collection. When I add a new object, it is giving concurrent modification exception. Okay, demo one, instead of array list class, I'm going for copy and write array list class. I'm adding some data to the array list. While traversing the collection, I'm trying to add one new object. Then it is working as expected, no problem. Working as expected, no problem, because this is a fail-safe collection. It will not give concurrent modification exception even if you add the new objects, or if you delete the object, or if you modify the data structure of the collection. I hope you understood what is fail-fast collection and what is fail-safe collection. Not added, it is adding, man. After, I'm not printing here now. If I print it, then you can see that. that will be added, but I'm not printing that. That is the difference. Okay. If I execute, yeah, you see 150 is added. Earlier, I have just added, I have not printed. When I print it, it is showing that newly added object also. 150 is added. Same thing will happen when we go for hash map also. Hash map is a fail fast collection. So whenever you modify the data structure of the hash map while traversing that, it will give you concurrent modification exception. So if you want to perform some modifications on the collection instead of a hash map, then you need to go for concurrent hash map. Instead of a hash map, you need to go for concurrent hash map. Now see, let me create another class, demo2, new class, demo2 class I'm creating. In this class, I'm taking a main method. Hash map object I'm creating. Hash map integer comma string. Map is equal to new hash map. I'm creating object for the hash map to store the data. Map is used to store the data in the form of key and value. Okay. Map dot to put of 101 comma some 1 and map dot to put of 102 comma 2 102 comma 2 and map dot to put of 103 comma some 3. I'm trying to store some value. Got it. I'm trying to use this map and I'm trying to get the data. Okay, here I'm going to use a map. I have stored some data into the map. I'm using a map and I'm using hash map in order to store the data. I'm using hash map in order to store the data. Are you clear, guys? Are you clear with my point? Now, let me try to traverse the map. Okay, guys. So, can I use iterator directly on the map? No. First, I will go for key set. Okay, map dot key set. Key set method will give me all the keys of the map. Then I will go for key set dot iterator. It is giving me key set dot iterator. While iterator dot has next. I want to get system dot out dot println iterator dot next. I'm getting the data. Okay, let's try to get that data. Print this. Are you able to get all the keys? Yes, I'm getting all the keys. Now, while I'm getting the data, I'm trying to do like this. Map dot to put off 104. Map dot put off 104 and I'm giving 4. While traversing this collection, I'm trying to modify the map. Okay, when I'm trying to add the new data in the map, is it accepting or it is giving concurrent modification exception? Is it accepting or it is throwing concurrent modification exception? Come on, guys. Is it accepting or it is throwing concurrent modification exception? It is throwing concurrent modification exception. So hash map is a fail fast collection or a hash map is a fail safe collection. Hash map is a fail fast collection. Hash map is a fail safe collection. Come on. Come on, guys. It is a fail fast collection because it is giving concurrent modification exception when it is failed. It is giving concurrent modification exception when we modify that. Okay. Now, instead of this hash map, what is the alternate we have? Instead of the hash map, what is the alternate we have? Instead of using hash map, what is the alternate we can use to do the same operation with a fail safe? Instead of a hash map, what we need to use? We need to go for concurrent hash map. Instead of a hash map, we need to go for concurrent hash map. Concurrent hash map is equal to new concurrent hash map. Now, after adding this data, I am going to print this map system.out.println of map. Okay, run this program. Now see here, 104 is added. Only one time it is added because key will become duplicate. First time 104 will be added, second time 104 will be added, third time 104 will be added. Key should be unique. When you add the duplicate key, it will overwrite the data. When I modify my map while traversing the collection, if I modify the map, am I getting the exception, concurrent modification exception, or I'm not getting concurrent modification exception? I'm not getting concurrent modification exception. So what is the difference between hash map and concurrent hash map? Can you guys tell me? What is the difference between hash map and concurrent hash map? Hash map and concurrent hash map. What is the difference? Hash map is a fail fast collection. When the data structure is modified, it will throw concurrent modification exception. Okay. Whenever you go for a hash map, when the map is modified, it will throw concurrent modification exception. When you go for concurrent hash map, the modifications are allowed. It is not giving any exception even if you modify the data. That means it is a fail safe collection. So here map, if I use a directly map, it is giving exception because it is fail fast collection. It is fail fast collection. And when we go for concurrent hash map, we are not getting any exception because it is fail safe collection. It is fail safe collection. All right, good. Now next one important interview question they will ask: what is the difference between hash map and concurrent hash map that we discussed? What is the difference between hash map and concurrent hash map we have discussed? Next one, main method. I'm going to take one map object, hash map, string comma integer. String comma integer map, that is a hash map. Hash map is equal to new hash map. New hash map. hm dot add, I'm putting the data in the map. hm dot to put some key comma value. Key I'm giving as Ashok here. Value I'm giving as 101. hm dot put of some Raja, and I'm giving the value as 102. hm dot to put of Rani, and I'm putting 103. Rani comma 103. I'm storing 3 entries in the map. I'm storing 3 entries in the map. Okay, 3 entries in the map. Now here I'm going to print size of the map. How to print size of the map? Size hm dot size, map size, and I'm going to print the map. I'm going to print the map hm. So now can you tell me how many entries will be added and what is the size of my map? How many entries will be added and what will be the size of the map? 3 entries are added. Map size is 3 and 3 entries are added. Okay. Now let's observe here. I'm going to write hm dot put of key as a Ashok only. Key as a Ashok only. Value I'm giving as a 104. Okay. I'm trying to add a duplicate key. I'm trying to add a duplicate key. And is it accepting that or it is not accepting that? Earlier I stored Ashok with 101. Now I stored Ashok with 104. So what happened? Ashok value, key Ashok is repeated, duplicate key, old value replaced with the new value. First time I'm storing Ashok with 101. Now I am storing Ashok with 104. Old value replaced with the new value. Size of the collection is 3. Size of the collection is 3. Old value replaced with the new value. Guys, now here, instead of creating the Ashok as a string literal, can I create the Ashok as a string object? Can I create the Ashok as a string object? I'm trying to create the string object. When I create the string object, still, is it accepting the duplicate key or it is not accepting the duplicate key? Is it accepting the duplicate key or it is not accepting the duplicate key? Is it accepting the duplicate key or it is not accepting the duplicate key? Is it accepting the duplicate key or it is not accepting the duplicate key? Come on, guys. Accepting the duplicate key or not accepting the duplicate key? Not accepting the duplicate key. How it identified that key is already available? So it will compare old key and new key by using equals method. It will compare old key and new key with the equals method. Now, let me go for another collection. There is another map available, which is identity hash map. What is that hash map, guys? Which is identity hash map. Identity hash map is one of the map implementation class. Identity hash map is equal to new identity hash map ihm.put ihm.put ihm I am using ihm.put 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 size of ihm size of ihm. Now tell me, guys, size, first map size, hash map size, hash map size. Here I'm using identity hash map size. Now, can you tell me what is the size of hash map and what is the size of identity hash map? Can you tell me what is the size of a hash map and what is the size of identity hash map? Can you guys guess and tell me now? Can you guys guess and tell me? I'm creating hash map object. In the hash map, I'm storing 4 objects. In that, one of the key is a duplicate. I'm printing the size of the hash map. I'm printing the content of the hash map. Here I'm creating object for identity hash map. I'm storing 4 objects. One of the key is duplicate. I'm printing the size of identity hash map. I'm printing the content of the identity hash map. Can you guys guess and tell me what is the size of the hash map and what is the size of the identity hash map? Can you guys guess and tell me size of the hash map, size of the identity hash map? 33, 34, 33, 34. See that. Oh, in the identity hash map, it allowed duplicate key. In the normal hash map, the size is 3. Ashok value, first time Ashok is stored with 101. Second time Ashok stored with 104. So old key value updated with new value. 101 replaced with 104. Only 3 objects are available. But when it comes to identity hash map, there are 4 objects, 4 entries are available. Ashok available with 101, Ashok available with 104 also. So duplicate key is accepted or duplicate key is not accepted? When we go for identity hash map, duplicate key is accepted or duplicate key is not accepted? Accepted. Accepted. That is the reason we are able to see that. That is the reason we are able to see that hash map size is 3, identity hash map size is 4. Interviewer will ask you this question. Wait, what is the difference between hash map and identity hash map? What is the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Simple. Whenever you go for hash map, whenever you add the second entry in the map, it will compare the content of our key with the existing keys by using equals method. Hash map will check the duplicate keys by using equals method, whereas identity hash map will check the existing keys by using double equals operator. So here, first Ashok is added as a string literal. Second time Ashok is added as a new object. Okay. Suppose for example, if I go for ihm dot to put off, again I'm adding Ashok. Here I'm giving the value as 105. I'm giving the value as 105. Now see here, still it is coming as 4 now. When I add the new Ashok, this key is accepted or this key is not accepted. I'm adding object 1, I mean entry 1. Here I'm adding entry 1. Here I'm adding entry 2. Here I'm adding entry 3. Here I'm adding entry 4. Here I'm adding entry 5. So the size should be 5 now. Why the size is coming as 4 only? There is a logic here. There is a logic here. There is a logic here. What is the logic? What is the logic? Duplicate keys are accepting. If duplicate keys are accepted, Ashok should be available 3 times, right? Why Ashok entry is available only 2 times? Ashok with 105 available, Ashok with 104 available. So there should be 5 now. If duplicate keys are accepted in the identity hash map, there should be 5 entries, right? Hash map size should become 5 now, but it is coming as 4 only. Why? There is some logic. There is some logic. Yes or no? Blindly, is it accepting the duplicate keys? Blindly, is it accepting the duplicate keys? Blindly, is it accepting the duplicate key? No, no. Here, it is going to compare, address of the objects. It is going to compare address of the objects. Okay, here this string object will point to the this string reference will point to the same object in the constant pool. So here first one address, second one address will be same. When the address is matched, it will not accept. It will not accept. It will not accept. It will not accept. Understood? Okay, guys. You understand the concept here? Now let me explain you how it is working internally. In the hash map, straight away, whether you add Ashok like this or whether you add Ashok like this, it will compare the content of the key by using equals method. Key Ashok is already added. When second time you add the key Ashok, it is not accepting because with the same key already there is a key. With the same data, there is a key already. But when it comes to identity hash map, what is happening internally? Why it is accepting? Why it is accepting here? Why it is not accepting here? Let's understand the internal part, logic. This is my identity hash map logic. This is my identity hash map logic. So we need to understand why why four entries are added, why not five? Actually, how many times I'm adding? First entry, second entry, third entry, fourth entry, fifth entry. When I do this, what is happening? When I do this, four entries only it is showing. Four entries only it is showing. Can I say blindly duplicate keys are accepted? Can I say blindly duplicate keys are accepted in the identity hash map? No. In the identity hash map, we cannot say that blindly duplicate keys are accepted. What's happening is here, this is our JVM. Inside the JVM, there is a SCP. Heap area will be available. In the heap area, SCP is available. This is a heap area and this is our SCP. When we add the first time, put Ashok of 101. So here it is creating one object with the content Ashok in the SCP. One object created with Ashok in the SCP. Let us consider this as one object. Let us consider this as one object that is stored here, one entry added. Here, one entry added because with that key, there is no data already in the map, one entry added. Raja.102. So with the Raja, is there any key available in the map? No. So Raja will be created inside the SCP because Raja is also a string literal. Raja is also a string literal. Here, Raja object will be stored in the SCP. Here, the number will be available as 2. Second entry is added. Second entry added. Second entry added. Got it, guys? Second entry already added. Then I'm going for Rani. In the map, is there any key already available with Rani? No, not available. So here, Rani object also will be created. Rani object also will be created. So there is no object available with the same content called Rani. So Rani object is also created. As of now, three objects are already added in the map. Three entries are already added in the map. There is no problem here. Three entries are added in the map. There is no problem here. Here, third entry added. Here, our third entry added. Ashok, Raja, Rani. Three objects, three keys. Three keys are different. So three keys are different. So they have different address. They added in the map. Now, when it comes to the fourth one, ihm.put of new string of Ashok 104. Whenever I give new operator, always object will be created in the heap area. Object will be created in the heap area. Here, my fourth object is created in the heap area, not in the SCP. Fourth object created in the heap area, not in the SCP. So here, this object is having the address as 101. This object having address as 102. Rani having address as 103, 103. And here, fourth object is created Ashok with address as 104. So there is no key with this value. That's why there is no key address is matching with our new string object address. Here, fourth entry added. Here, fourth entry added. Okay, Ashok key already available, but this the first time when I stored the Ashok key that is having string literal, it created in the string constant pool. It is having some hash code. When I do this, ihm.put of new string of Ashok with 104. Here I'm using new string. That means a object will be created in the heap area. It is having a different hash code. Identity hash map will compare the keys by using address of the key. Hash map will compare the address. Hash map will compare the content of the keys. Identity hash map will compare the address. Okay. Whenever I am adding the Ashok for second time, fourth object, it is comparing the address 104. In the hash map, is there any key available whose address is 104? Not available. That's why second time also Ashok is added. Next time, when I go for ihm.put of Ashok with 105, Ashok is a string literal here. With this string literal, there is already one object available here. Now, my fifth object will point to the same object same object, fifth object will point to fifth entry pointing to the same object in the string constant pool, duplicate objects are not accepted. Okay, now if you observe, this object address and this object address are same, that's why the keys address are matching, then identity hash map will replace 101 with the 105. 104 will be available, 105 will be available, 101 will not be available because 101 is replaced with a 105 value. Now see here, 105 available, 104 available, Ashok with 101 is not available because here this key address both are same. When the address is same, duplicate is not accepted. Here Ashok is having one address, here I'm using new string operator, here it will have one address, then this entry will be accepted, this entry will replace the value of the first entry. Now do you understand the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Do you understand the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Yes. What is the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Guys, can you tell me what is the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Hash map will compare content of the keys. Identity hash map will compare address of the keys. If content of the key is matched, it will replace. Okay. So this is a program which will tell you what is the difference between hash map and identity hash map. First time Ashok is added, first entry, okay, will be added. Ashok is added, one object is added, one entry added, one entry added. Now Raja, Ashok and Raja keys content is different. Now here one entry will be added. Here one entry will be added. Rani. So Ashok, Raja, Rani, three keys are having three different content. Here one entry will be added. Here I'm adding one more entry, new string of Ashok. Already there is a key with Ashok and I'm trying to add another key with the Ashok. It will compare content of this key and the content of this key, both are matching. It will replace first entry value. It will replace first entry value because key is duplicate. Because the key is duplicate. Here key Ashok already stored with 101. Now when I'm adding another key with Ashok, it is not going to check whether it is a string literal or whether it is a new string. It will check content of the key. Hash map always will compare the keys by using equals method. This content is same, both are equal, that means the key is duplicate. When the key is duplicate, it will replace first entry value because key is duplicate. So that is the reason whenever you run this in the hash map, 102, 103, 104 available. 101 is replaced with 104. Only three objects are available. How hash map is identifying the duplicate keys? Hash map will compare the content of the key to identify the duplicate key. Can I say hash map is comparing content of the key to identify that? Can we say that hash map is comparing the content of the key to identify the duplicate keys? Come on. Hash map is using content of the keys. Hash map is using equals method to compare the content. What about identity hash map? Here I'm taking identity hash map, one entry added, because first time when I add the object in the identity hash map, Ashok 101, one entry added because first time. Now here when I add Raja, it will compare address of Raja with the address of Ashok. Ashok is one object, Raja is one object. Both addresses are different. Then here one entry added. Ashok is having one address, Raja is having one address. So here identity hash map. Identity hash map will compare address of the keys. Identity hash map will compare address of keys to find duplicate keys. To find duplicate keys. Hash map will compare content of the keys. Hash map will compare content of keys to find duplicate keys. Hash map will use equals method. Hash map will compare content of keys to find duplicate methods. Equals method. Internally, hash map will use equals method to find a duplicate key based on the content. Identity hash map will compare address of keys to find duplicate keys like this. Double equals operator. Identity hash map will use double equals operator to compare address of the keys. Hash map will compare content of the keys by using equals method. Here first time when I'm adding object to the identity hash map, one entry is added. Second time when I am adding Raja, Ashok address, Raja address will be different. So Raja entry is also added. When I go for Rani, Rani object address will not match with Raja address, will not match with Ashok address. So that's why here one entry will be added. One entry will be added. When I go for new string of Ashok, this Ashok, first Ashok is stored in the SCP. First Ashok object is stored in the SCP. And here when I'm trying to add the new Ashok, it will be stored in the heap area. So the address of this SCP Ashok and this heap Ashok will be different. So that's why one entry will be added. Now here I'm trying to put up Ashok of 105 string literal key. Already in the SCP, this content is available. So in the SCP, duplicate strings will not be stored. Duplicate objects will not be stored in the SCP. So this last object and the first object will point to the same object. Last object reference, first object reference will point to the same object. So here new object will not be created. It will point to the same reference. When it is pointing the same reference, the address of this will be same. When it is same, it will replace. Okay, it will replace first entry value. It will replace first entry value. Okay guys, now do you understand how hash map is working internally and how identity hash map is working internally? Are you able to understand how hash map is working internally and how identity hash map is working internally? Are you clear? Come on guys. Difference between map and identity hash map. Difference between hash map and identity hash map. What is the difference between hash map and identity hash map? Okay, hash map will use equals method to compare content of the keys. Hash map will use equals method to compare content of keys to find duplicate keys. Identity hash map will use double equals operator to compare address of keys to find duplicate keys. So this is the program which will demonstrate on hash map and identity hash map. Okay, there is another interview question is available. What is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? What is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? what is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? What is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? Did you hear about weak hash map? This is also one of the map implementation class. It is also one of the map implementation class. What is that? Weak hash map. So hash map and weak hash map both are almost same, except only one difference. Except only one difference. Let's observe the difference. New class. Let me go for demo 5. Main method. Main method. Okay. Here I'm taking weak hash map. I'm taking weak hash map. Key comma value. That is weak hash map is equal to new weak hash map. Okay. Weak hash map dot put of 1 hi. Weak hash map dot put of 2 hello some value. Weak hash map dot put of 3 bye, like this. Now let me print the data system dot out dot println weak hash map. I'm storing the data in the map, that is a weak hash map. I'm printing the data. Are we able to see the data? Yes, we are able to see the data. We are able to see the data. Okay, we are able to see the data. Weak hash map. Weak hash map I'm using to see the data. Understood? Sir, then what is the difference? By using hash map also we can do the same thing, right? By using hash map also we can do the same thing, right? Then what is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? Come on. What is the difference between hash map and weak hash map? Can you guys guess that? Tell me. Any idea? Any idea? Hash map and weak hash map. Descending order of the keys are 3, 2, 1. If I run once again, it's not about 3, 2, 1, or it's not about the descending order, guys. So it will maintain the hash table internally. It will maintain the hash table internally. Okay. So the insertion of order is not maintained. Insertion, see now, coming 4 3 2 1, something like that. It is not reverse order of insertion. That is not the answer. That is not the answer. Can you quickly Google and tell me? You can. I'm giving you 2 minutes of time to check the answer. What is weak hash map? Understood? Huh. Here guys, so weak hash map keys will have weak reference. Hash map keys will have strong reference. That means they will maintain a reference, hence they are not eligible for garbage collector. They are not eligible for garbage collector. When you go for a hash map, when you store one entry in the hash map, the key that you store in the hash map is the object, right? Key is the object. That object will maintain a strong reference. Weak hash map keys are weak hash map keys will have weak reference. That means they are eligible for garbage collection. They're eligible for garbage collection. GC will dominate the weak hash map. GC will dominate our weak hash map. GC is going to dominate our weak hash map. Are you clear with my point? Are you guys clear with my point? Hash map keys will have strong reference. So whenever you store the data in the hash map like this, these keys are objects, they will have a strong reference. Garbage collector cannot remove them. But when you go for weak hash map, whatever the keys that you are storing in the weak hash map, those keys will have a weak reference. So they are eligible for garbage collector. Even if they are using by the garbage collector, that can be removed by the, even if they are using by the weak hash map, the keys will be removed from garbage collector. They will be removed from the garbage collector. Understand my point? Yes. Difference between hash map and weak hash map. Hash map keys will have a strong reference, not eligible for garbage collector. Weak hash map will have weak reference, they are eligible for garbage collection. GC will dominate our weak hash map. Perfect. Guys, with this, we completed our discussion related to collections. Let me summarize what we have learned so far in collections. So first we discussed about why collections, what is a collection, what is a collection framework, okay. Next one, collections hierarchy. We discussed about collections hierarchy. Then we discussed about list interface. In the list interface, we discussed about array list, and we discussed about linked list, vector, and stack. Then we discussed about set interface. In the set interface, we discussed about hash set. We discussed about linked hash set. We discussed about tree set. Okay. And we discussed about queue concept, queue, priority queue, and we discussed about array DQ. Okay. And we discussed about cursors. So there are three types of cursors available. One is iterator, second one is list iterator, and the third one is enumeration. Then after, we discussed about collection interface, collection and collections. Collections is a class, collection is a interface. And we discussed about a map interface and a map interface implementation classes. One is a hash map, second one is linked hash map, tree map, hash table, identity hash map, and weak hash map. Identity hash map and weak hash map. And we discussed about collections sorting. One is by using comparable. It is available in java.lang package. Java.lang package comparable. It is having compare to method object obj1. That is the method. And there is another method java.lang. There is another interface java.util.comparator. Java.util.comparator. It is having a method called compare method. It is having object obj1 and object obj2. Object obj1 and object obj2. Collections sorting. This also we have covered. So this is what we have learned in the last week of time. Why collections? What is a collection? What is a collection framework? Collection hierarchy, list interface. In the list interface, we discussed about array list, linked list, vector, and stack. In the set interface, we discussed about hash set, linked hash set, tree set. In the queue interface, priority queue, array DQ available. Coming to the cursors, iterator, list iterator, enumeration, collection, and collections. Collection is an interface, collections is a class. Map interface. In the map interface, we discussed one more thing, that is properties class. Properties class also we discussed. Properties class is used to avoid hard-coded values in the program. We can read the data dynamically from a properties file by using properties class. It is used to avoid the hard coding. Collections sorting. I want to sort the objects of the collection. So collections sort method is available. If you want to sort the objects custom sorting, then you can go for either comparable or we can go for comparator. Comparable, that is the interface which is available in java.lang package. Comparator, that is the interface which is available in java.util package. Java.util package. Are you clear with my point? Collections. Okay. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Now, in the util package, only all these things are available. This is collections framework summary. Collections framework summary. I have given summary for collections framework. I have given the summary for collections framework. So whatever we discussed on the collections, this is the summary of the collections. Collections topic is very, very important for the interview. Collections topic is very, very important for interview. In every interview, they are going to ask the questions related to the collections. Okay, guys, fine. Next one, and a update that I want to give you people. This is Sunday. We are starting Java 8 futures from 6 p.m. From Sunday onwards, my Java 8 futures class is going to start. So with the Java 8 futures, our core Java batch will be completed. Java 8 futures. So from 18th December, that means from Sunday only, we are going to start at the 6 p.m. Daily 2 hours class will be available 6 to 8 p.m. So from Sunday, we are starting this is Java 8. So Java 8, 20 hours of time from this Sunday to next Sunday. From 18th to 24th or 18th to 25th, a week of time it will take to complete the Java 8 features. Once Java 8 features are completed, our core Java batch will be completed. For core Java people, this Java 8 features are free of cost. Anybody who want to attend only Java 8 features, so it is 2000 rupees, live classes, backup videos, plus soft copy material also will be provided for Java 8. For Java full stack batch people and the people who paid for core Java, for them Java 8 features is included in the core Java. You no need to pay separately for core Java. The people who want to learn Java 8 separately, for them it is 2000 rupees for Java 8. It is starting from Sunday 6 p.m. Not from Monday, guys. From Sunday only, we are going to start the Java 8. From 26th onwards, my advanced Java batch is going to start at evening 5 p.m. IST. For Java 8, new Zoom link will be there. Zoom link already updated in the website. And for advanced Java is going to start from 26th December for full stack people at 5 p.m. IST. This advanced Java batch will start. So this is the Zoom link. Advanced Java from 26th December, Java 8 from 18th December only. Okay, guys. And some people are waiting for my Spring Boot and microservices. My new Spring Boot microservices batch will start. This batch is starting from 4th January at 7:30 p.m. IST. At 7:30 p.m. IST, my Spring Boot microservices new batch is starting. This is Spring Boot microservices new batch is the online batch. And advanced Java, my advanced Java is classroom plus online. Classroom plus online. For Java 8 also, for Java 8, so by this tomorrow or day after tomorrow, if my leg pain is reduced, then I will come to offline class, otherwise I will take in the online. Okay, guys, advanced Java by that time definitely I will be recovered. I will recover by that time. Advanced Java will be offline as well as online. Advanced Java will be from 26th December at 5 p.m. only for advanced Java. The people who want to attend only advanced Java, it is 5,000 rupees. Okay, Java 8, only Java 8, it is 2000 rupees course fees. Spring Boot microservices is starting from 4th January at 7:30 p.m. IST, that is online class. Okay, guys. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to talk about some other concepts available in the Java util package only. There is a class called date class is available. Java.util.date class is available, and the Java.util.string tokenizer class is available. Tokenizer class available. Java.util.calendar class is available. So there are some other classes available in the Java.util package. I will take these classes, these are topics I will discuss in the tomorrow session. Java.util.date, Java.util.string tokenizer, Java.util.calendar. These topics I will discuss in the tomorrow session. If you guys want to practice collections tomorrow, then I will discuss these topics today itself so that tomorrow you can take a leave and you can practice these collections topics by tomorrow. From Sunday, we'll meet for Java 8. Okay. For Java full stack students 17 JFST, for us, Spring Boot will start in the January ending in the offline. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Yeah. So tomorrow I will discuss these three topics, and tomorrow we'll go for doubts clarification also, people who are having some doubts. So tomorrow I will give the chance to ask your questions related to collections. First, I will explain these three topics in the tomorrow session. Once these three topics are completed, then we will go for doubt session in the tomorrow's class. Then with that, collections and util package will be completed. From Sunday, we will start with Java 8. Sunday 6 p.m. Java 8 concept will be available. All right, guys. Yeah, good. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow session. So please practice all the topics that we discussed in the collections. I have given soft copy material also. A PDF document I have shared for all these topics. Please practice them before coming to tomorrow session. Tomorrow we have class at regular time, 5:30 p.m. Map interface is not part of the collection interface. Map is a separate interface, Manish. Map is a separate interface. Map is not extending from collection. List set queue extending from collection. Map is not extending from collection. Map is a independent interface. Good. Fine, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Advanced Java fees 5,000. Yes. Collections framework notes I have already uploaded in our Ashok IT Telegram channel. Please join in that. You can access that. Okay. Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We'll meet again in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll complete the util package and we are going to have doubts clarification session in the tomorrow's class. Yeah. Yeah, please inform to your friends also who are interested to attend Java 8 and advanced Java and Spring Boot microservices. My new batches are getting started. Java 8 from this Sunday, 18th December at 6 p.m. Advanced Java from 26th December at 5 p.m. online and offline. My Spring Boot is starting from Jan 4th at 7:30 p.m. Good. Perfect. Thank you, guys.